Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect Warden mode, and the sun is setting on this lovely field which we've currently planned a couple of things: workshop, dormitory, and then assorted other things, which includes, but it is not limited to, the kitchen and canteen. And also, for whatever reason, it's easier for those visitors to go up and around that way because I have no idea how this game's pathfinding works. Anyway, we planned that off, as I mentioned. We also completed an execution, which was strange because... Oh, someone smelt a tunnel there. I don't believe that. No. Yeah, it hit a bit harder actually when we did that because, well, it was, you actually had to go in and, like, we weren't just watching it. Normally we're just watching it and saying, you're just pressing the yes buttons and stuff, but we actually go in and then take them out of the cell and stuff and escort them in, and that was, yeah, it's a nice little touch that that's in there for this one. But anyway, we did all that. We are going to get another death row inmate. We had another one, but they have their sentence reduced rather, to just life in 60 years, in fact. So it's oh yeah, it is life. So this episode, what do you want to do? Well, we need to build these rooms, and I don't really know what order we're going to build them in. I'm thinking we probably build this building on the right first. Then we know roughly what sort of size we need to do things like the canteen, which I'm not entirely convinced it is the right size. We could actually, now that I think about it, cancel that for a moment. There's no reason why we'd have to have it this size. We could easily increase the size by just doing that, and then we're going to gain a lot more space in here. And I think it is worth it. I think so. Still not convinced about the size of this. Might have to increase it because of what we've got here. I said these are going to be dormitories. People point out that we haven't got any showers. You're correct. I was going to do a shower on the bottom like that. That was the original intent. I just didn't state that. But yes, there was going to be a shower at the bottom there, like so. But anyway, let's just go ahead and build this on the right. So building brick, and then clicky, clicky, draggy, draggy. We will have to alter this somewhat because what will happen is on the right hand side where we've got the fence, it will not put a proper wall there, it will just put a fence on that one, just because it is technically classed as a wall, and yeah, we have to alter it manually, but it's not a big problem. Anyway, as you can see, deliveries are magically disappearing because they do, just the way the game works, because they're building this thing on the right hand side. We also don't have a power grid area, which I was going to put in, again, one of these buildings here, just didn't mention it, just assumed that you would know that because, well, I'm a bad commentator. Anyway, so we're just going to unpause it. I'll pause it for a second because I want to see where the death row inmate is. So we've got Michael Laporte here, a US politician. Evidence was found against him that showed embezzled money and worked with mob groups to advance his agenda. So Laporte, it's prison number 8349085. Convictions: murder, armed robbery, murder, grievous bodily harm, armed robbery, attempted murder, grievous bodily harm. 33%, that's a 1 in 3 chance likelihood of clemency, and that's it. Yes, so they're also tough as well. Let's see how tough they are when they're locked in a cell for the remainder of their days. So we have got the building on the right. As I've said, you can see this thing go like, the weird thing here. Yes, I know I could have extended it to the left and not have this walkway around. I just prefer to have walkways around. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. I'm going to get the wall put in, and then I'm going to do something that I very rarely do, and that's be competent. And I'm going to go on the far left. Now, people pointed this out and have pointed out many times. I very rarely put a perimeter wall in the prisons, simply because of their cost. Normally by the time we want one, we've finished the build, so there's no point in having it. But I am, on this occasion, going to spend a lot of money and put a perimeter wall from this corner all the way along. Now, this will be a lot of money, but I think well worth it. So this just one strip from the far right to the left has cost us 26,000 generic units of currency. So obviously we're going to go up as well. That's going to be another 15 grand, and then another 26. So how much is that? A lot. 2 26s, 52, plus your 15 on top, close to 70 grand, right? When we get the other stuff as well. We're going to do the other side as well, so don't worry. So we're going to spend probably nearly 100 100,000 on doing that. That's a lot of money. But probably worth it. Probably worth it. As you can see, prisoners are working in here. This is good. Yeah, we got 30 in there. Qualified prisoners 20. So that's cool. So they are actually working in there quite well. Good, good, good. Grading, reforms middling. Yeah, that's alright. 13% reoffending rate, so that's going down again. I think it did start at, was it in the 20s, or did it start at about the 17 mark? Either way, it's going well. So, let's just assume that this is going to be our canteen. We're going to plan off from the objects here, so we'll have this size. And then to be fair, we could just have the serving tables on the other side. As always, I'll oversize this thing. That is about right, actually, I think. Don't need it much bigger than that. And we can have a row of phone tables there, and then from here we'll have 20. That's going to be our serving tables. Entrance to the kitchen will be there. Kitchen will be in here. Probably a bit too large. This is going to be where we'll have our phone booths like that, but we'll use objects for it instead because that would make a lot more sense. Okay. Yep, probably don't need the airlocky type thing that I do. Airlock. It's not an airlock. It's the double security door, but we'll keep it in anyway. Is this big enough or is it too big? Well, if we go to objects, we can see from here that would be a total of 7 cookers there. We can have some washing up bits in, well, we'll have fridges and freezers as sort of double bank, double bank, double bank, double bank. We could even just have them lined up like that if we really wanted to. It doesn't matter in the slightest. And I think what we'll do is we'll do that. And then we'll increase it by 1, just because it means if we need to put more cookers down there, we can, and then we'll have the other stuff around. So that's an okay size then. I think that's fine. So wall will go along there and then open, put that in there. We will lock this door open. Lock open like so. And then we're going to fly to the left and down, and we're going to see if our perimeter wall has been put in, which it has, as you can see. Not that bit though, for some reason, because they cannot get access to it. So I'm going to have to do the unthinkable, and I'm going to demolish that wall, and now they do have access to it. Or at least they should. Like that. And then I'll put the fence in there. But we now have a perimeter wall there. Am I going to put a perimeter wall on here? No, I'm not. If I did that, you don't have line of sight. Perimeter wall being a huge slab of reinforced concrete with barbed wire stuck to the top and very big foundations underneath. So it's very, very, very difficult to dig underneath that. And obviously you can't, there's no such thing as going over the wall in this game. There's no such thing as climbing, which would be a nice thing if they introduced something like that. But then we're getting on sort of escape its territory, but I can't imagine it being a big problem. We've just done something. Is that a grant done? Don't think it was. Anyway. Fence there. Now we know that we're going to have the same problem above, so we will sort this out. And no. Nope, that is actually working. I do not know why that is the case. Anyway. Not going to lose any sleep over that. It's in and done. That door should be locked open. I don't know why it's not. It's probably been like that for a long time. Anyway. Double checking. Perimeter wall. Looks alright. Going all the way around. In terms of grants... Can't get any more. Oh, still building that perimeter wall. I mean, it's a big wall. And it takes ages to build as well. But that's made this thing a lot more secure. Obviously, we will have to go to deployment now and staff only. Make sure that is staff only. It just means that tunneling through that... Good luck to them. Good luck to them. Because I've got guards walking past, dog patrols... Yeah, if they manage to tunnel under that, then they've really worked at it. They've really worked at getting under that. So, on the right, as you can see, we've got this area done now. We do have to have an area for the power area. And now we don't actually need water. Oh, actually, do we need water? Can you build utilities under the road? Yes, you can. You can build utilities under the road. There was a point where you couldn't. So, now that you can, we don't need to worry about that. So, it's simply going to be a 5x5 of something. So, objects, probably put it in this back corner. 5x5. We'll have the entrance in here. And then the brick wall like so. We will put on there a solitary door. We could have a remote door only. That would make sense. A remote only door. Remote door is very much like solitary. It says the heaviest door, but I believe a remote door's got the same, if not more. Whoa! More. It's got the same or more security, or toughness, hardness, whatever you would like to call it, as a solitary. 1 death in custody. Right, okay. Let's see what's happened there. It'll be a snitch. I'm guessing. Yeah. Alex, some guy, Walsh. Snitch. Didn't see it. Didn't check, but didn't see it either. So, what was we going to do? We were going to connect that. Door control. To that. Damn it. You have to have a door servo as well. This is bad. We'll never be able to get in. It won't work. We haven't got the power, and the power's in there, which we can't get in to build. This is a new one. Although, we might get away with it. We might get away with it. Right, can I see just over there? Like, I can just see the CCTV monitor. I'm going to have to go around, aren't I? Okay. So that one. Come along. Click. Yeah, can't get access. Well, that's a new one. That is a new one, that. See that? What's happened is, because this hasn't got any power, it can't open the remote door. Remote doors have to be open without a servo. They have to be open with a servo. And ironically, we can't get power to it because the place we're trying to build is where the power will be. So I'm going to have to demolish a wall in there, and then that'll fix the problem. So, you know, it's not exactly a huge issue. It's just, you know, it is an issue. Going to go to staff and guards, and we're just going to hire a couple more guards, 10 more guards, I believe, just because, well, we're getting a bit low on that one. We're going to go over to the left-hand side here and just see our intake. It looks like Laporte or Laporte has had a bit of a bad day because the death row appeal has not been successful. Got a volatile prisoner there. Know the traits that I can see. So there we are. So this is now powered up, which means we can get access to the door. Yes, we just see that working. We'll brick wall that up then. And then that'll be that done. So, we'll run an electrical cable straight up here. Actually, no, let's not do that. That way lies silliness, madness, and heresy, because otherwise it won't light up the far right, which is not good. So we'll run this straight across, and then we'll be running in here to power up everything else. So let's have rooms. For a start, we need to set this deployment minsec only. Remember, that's going to be minsec. This outside bit, for some reason, is not staff only. For some reason, I said for some reason twice. For some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. It's because that bit there, when we did the wall, yeah, it did both. I only fixed the one on the left. Okay, fine. So, 71 grand. Probably enough to get the perimeter wall. Do we really want a perimeter wall, though? I'm not entirely sure. Just for the sake of completeness, we are going to put a perimeter wall in there. And then we'll run it along. But I'm just going to make sure that we do have a perimeter wall all the way along the outside. Obviously, what you would class as the weak part would be this bit, but if they manage to tunnel through there and along, and yeah, good luck to them. Good luck to them. And that's the warden. And oh dear, a fire is started in the kitchen. Not good. Right, emergency. Couple of those, please. We now have a fire to contend with. So straight away, we do have the emergency services come along, and we will tell them to go inside. And it looks like someone wanted their chicken more than well done, almost extra crispy, in fact. And let's just charge in and deal with the fire. Whoa, that's a long stream. That guy's still carrying bacon. I mean, I know bacon's tasty and all, but I mean, if there was a fire going on, you would probably knock it on the head. You'd be like, you know what? I'll wait until the fire's stopped. Either way, fire's stopped. We were quite quick on that one. Finger on the pulse, managed to get it sorted very, very quickly, so that's good. So we'll just place that there. Max speed this out. Go over to utilities, electrical cable. Probably just need to power up that and that. And then, quite honestly, we're done. Like, that's it. We probably need to put some floor in as well. Couple of white tiles. Yeah. That's no problem. People have mentioned about sprinklers. They are in the game. There they are, sprinklers. So, I think I might go ahead and put a sprinkler system in. That's a gap of 2 there and a gap of 1 down there. Never realised. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. There we are. That should hopefully fix it. And we'll connect them up with the water as well. So that's a sprinkler system. Hopefully that will fix the problem. Probably advisable to not put a sprinkler system in the power block because, well, yeah, you probably don't need me to explain why that is the case. So, we're going to go for rooms, kitchen, canteen. Delete that bit. And then we will furnish this area. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do that first. And have a door in here. That'll be our common room type thing. We could even have a... We could even have this as a parole, but parole would be useful actually, now that I come to think of it. The problem if this was going to be a common room, would this be parole? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, it's a bit weird size though, isn't it? You know, it would have been better if this was at the back wall, because then you could have a parole on this side. Yeah, that would be the right call, wouldn't it? Okay. Dismantle object then, let's do it. Let's not mess around, let's get it done. And for some reason it will not dismantle them objects. It ain't doing it at all. That's strange. It won't let me dismantle them with the dismantle button, which is sort of infuriating, since the only thing that the only way I convinced myself that I could do this without any real problem is that I could use the tool very quickly, and then it failed me. So there's all that removed. We're going to put a wall right across like that. Dismantle the door servo. Demolish that wall there. Dismantle that. And then we'll go across and build the rest of it. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. This, by the way, will not just be... I think this is going to be shared access. I think all this is going to be shared access. The only thing that'll be low risk only is this and this. And maybe, well, in this room here. I think that's the way we're going to go. Haven't yet decided, but seems about right. There's another death in custody. Wow, okay. It's in the canteen again. I forgot to check the intake again. It'll be that. It will be that. I'll go and check. So, go inside. Thing is, do we have armed guards around here? We do have we have an armed guard around here. That just caused more death. to be honest. Keep them on free fire. So let's just not have that. Either way, they're already gone. I can't... Oh, unless they've been taken to the morgue. No. A cook murdered by prisoner. Oh. Well, that's them not working in the kitchen again. That's what it was. Right, okay, okay. So, back to what we had previously. Demolish that wall at the back. And then we'll have the power station and the capacitor. And we'll run the electrical cable in. And down the bottom here, this will be the remote access door again. But I'll do that after we've got all this put in. Because otherwise, it'll be a nightmare. 84 grand, getting 3 grand a day, plus or minus, well, mainly plus, really. Plus what we get from the shop, because that varies. And also, we have different releases as well. Speaking of releases, prison grading, down to 12% reoffending rate. Doing good. Punishment is high, reform is 5. Security is going up. And health is still in the minus level, which is very, very strange. But it is there. We'll go over to door servo. We'll put a door servo in like so. We'll also have, from the objects, a remote door, which we'll place. And obviously we will have to connect that up. I think now that we've got a lot of people going back and forward, we're going to go ahead and go for door servo in there, and then there. And then we'll be able to automate all of this, you see. I think that's going to be worth it. That door servo is not built yet, and I'm hoping they can get to it. Normally they have to open the door. I'm hoping that they can get to it from the outside, which is the case. Yes, that's fine. So over on the far left, utilities here, we'll have the connections running from that. 1, 2, 3, and then obviously we need to go to the right here, and then 4 is that sorted. These are shadow mount power. The far left one's quite easy to fix because it should just be 1 to there. This one, however, will run across and power it from this side because obviously we've got very, very few. Well, we've got almost no capacity left on that one. Looks like they're all powered up. These will be powered up shortly, and then it means that people can walk freely and without any big problem. Go to deployment, staff only, obviously that at the back there. This is going to be MinSec only. Check all of that. That should be fine. As I was saying, this area is probably going to be... This area and the dormitories and other things are probably going to be low risk, but the workshop, I'm leaning towards having them as a... I'm leaning towards having them as a... as in any one area. So anyone can come and work. That's the main reason, you see. That if we don't have that as minimum, we might have a bit of a problem. If we have it as minimum, we might have a problem with people not working because we're sort of sectioning ourselves off. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, kitchen and canteen, fairly simple to make, so we'll just go to... That keeps popping up as OD, by the way. I don't think that is the case. Well, it probably has been the case, but it's been resolved. I've just got under intake here, so I'm just going to wait and see what we've got. We have got a death row, I know that. So, Sean Quayle? Prison number 8693883. 87 years sentence. Murder, rape, attempted murder, rape, gross bodily harm, attempted murder, and then you got likelihood clemency 38%. And they are without trait. Okay. However, that guy's fearless. Okay, but no snitches or anything like that I need to worry about. So over on the right, speed across, and we'll have our metal detectors in. Metal detectors, like so. We'll have that in here. We'll have the staff door in there, jail door in there, and then tables and chairs. What we'll do is we'll do that and that. Serving tables all the way down. Very easy. Phone booths. Nice little stretch to the end there. Probably there, actually. And because I'm lazy. I can do that. Well, not lazy. Just work smart, not hard, I guess is the mantra. And there we go. That's a bit annoying because they have to go round there to get around the back. Ugh, doesn't matter. They'll walk through it. Okay. So there's the electrical cables put in. Not going to bother putting in any of the electrical cable around there because it will be connected up once the cookers are sorted. Big pile of freezers there. Should be good enough. Got your sinks in. 1, 2. Obviously water. Important to do that. Get that ran in. It shall be connected now. Nope, one more to be fully connected. And then there we are. So, while I remember, we'll have a patrol in this one. Remember, this is going to be low risk only. So quite honestly, not really too worried about kicking off big style. Just have someone set there. And then there we are. That jail door lock open as well. There we are. So that's going to be the kitchen sorted. That's going to be the canteen sorted. And double check that it is staff only. Yes, but for some reason that is not. And there's... Whoa! Hell's bells. What's going on now? It's kicking off somewhere. Where's it kicking off? That guy's ODing apparently when he's wandering around. Where the hell's it kicking off at? In a cell? Dead. Volatile. And Benjamin Hughes, age 21, murdered by a prisoner. So where's the other one? Okay. Just a volatile prisoner just kicked off. That's all it was. Gonna go over to the morgue, we'll see what that was. Oh no, they're getting taken straight out. Volatile, that's Daryl. And then Benjamin. Ah, so yeah, I guess he kicked... I'm assuming, maybe this is, you know, maybe this is wrong and it's not anything to do with him at all. But maybe that guy's just booted off and basically got himself killed. You know, there's been armed guards around, there's dogs, whatever, and that's what's happened. Who knows? Either way, we are going to leave it there next episode. We will get the dormitory put in, and get some prisoners in, and then start thinking about the workshop. Or maybe we'll put the workshop in first. We'll see. We'll see. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.